Hello, this is Ankit Reddy. Welcome to the .NET course from educators.com, world's best online training tutorial for the leading technologies. Today, let's discuss about control structures in C#. So the control structures means there will be something called an expression. If the expression is true or false, depends on the true, the set of statements will get executed, and depends on the false, the other set of statements will get executed. We have two types of conditional statements in C#. One is if, the other one is switch. So first let us see about the conditional statements, if statement. So control structures are two types. One is conditional statements, another one is loops. Before talking about loops, we'll talk about conditional statements in this session. The first one is if statement, and the second one is switch statements in the conditional statements. Then again, in if statement, the syntax is as follows. If conditions become true, then statements will execute in this part. If condition become false, then this part of statements will get executed. Let us see with that a practical thing. How do we see that? With an example with this. Let me open Visual Studio. I will tell you that with syntax and an example for if statement. Let it prepare the solution. So if also we have if statement and if else as well. If you have seen my last video, you will be seeing this example. We have seen that integer maximum value, integer minimum value, and size of the integer. Let me just remove this. Let me write a fresh code for this if statement demo. I'm writing console dot write line enter a number. Then as it is a number, I wanted to hold that number in an integer variable. In the previous sessions, we have discussed about data types. Integer is a data type which comes under value type data type. As it is a number, I am taking an integer data type. Then it is a user number that is equals to read something from console. Console.writeLine is to write something to the console. Whereas to write, to write is WriteLine. To read something from the console is we'll be using console.readLine. After user enter a number, we wanted to read it. Still we are getting a compile time error. That is true because this will be a string type return type. This readLine will give you string type, that is a reference type, but we are trying to save that number in a integer. Actually this is a string. Whatever you get from the console via console.readLine, that is a string type. So we need to convert into integer before we are saving in a integer variable. So now we don't get error message. Then if we are checking that user number is equals to, say here I'm checking that user number is equals to the comparison operator. We have discussed operators as well in the previous session. Please go through that previous session if you are not understanding this comparison operator. Then we have discussed. If it is a 1, then we wanted to print something. Console dot write line of you enter number 1. Like this I wanted to print. Here into every C# statement end with semicolon, colon, this one, whatever we call this. And then this is called if statement syntax, you can see here what I wrote. Condition is true, this kind of statements will get executed. We'll see that else part program also. First let us see that plain if condition. This is what it is written like this. Else part, I'll take one more example. Okay. Now I wanted to verify this. Console.read key. We understand that a read key is used for to make a console to wait till we press any key. Let us see this. And just execute it. Now you can see we are seeing that enter a number, this one. So in order to write something to the console, use console.writeLine. Now we need to read something from the console. Now I'm going to type 1. Hit enter. You enter number 1. We are getting this one because user number is 1, it is equal to 1. Now let us see with an example for else part. Suppose user entered other number. You entered a number that is other than number 1. Okay, you can give any friendly message here, whatever you want. Now let me execute again. It is asking, you enter a number. How we are getting this one? Because we are using this console.writeLine. Suppose this time I entered 5. You enter a number that is other than number 1. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Let me rectify that. Now I'll take you with the breakpoint. Now let us see. The cursor is waiting here. If you wanted to go line by line execution, please press F10. Otherwise, you can use this icon. I'm not going to press F10 from my keyboard because you cannot see. I will be utilizing most of the icons from the screen only. I'm clicking F10. Then it will be asking. Suppose if I press 1, hit enter, then cursor will be waiting here again. Now user number is 1. The value we are testing is also 1. So condition became true. The cursor is coming down. After that, it won't execute this part because this condition met true. So else part will be get ignored. See this. Cursor came down from here to here. Now you can see this. Now let us execute for this else part. F10, F10, enter other number. 9 I press this time. Now cursor will be waiting for us. See here, this condition has not executed because this is a 9. 9 is not at all equal to 1, right? So this statement will not get executed. Else part will get executed now. You entered a number that is other than 1. So this is how if and if else demo. And suppose there are some problems. Suppose if you imagine that we have conditions like this. This is for 2, this is for 3. Here 2. Here also 3. And let me execute this. What is happening? Please enter a number. I pressed 8. So what is happening? So it is checking here whether 8 is equal to 1 or not. Again it is checking here 8 is equal to 2 or not. Again it is checking here 8 is equal to 3 or not. So by using these if conditions, it is a time taking process to verify all the if conditions. So to avoid that, we'll be using switch condition statement. Understand? So let us show you that how do we use that switch statement. Let me comment the same. I'm not going to rub this. Okay. Now I'm reusing the same thing as for switch. So till here both are same. Let me utilize the same thing. And to uncomment lines, you please press this. Otherwise, Control E, comma U. We are asking user to enter a number. After that, I am changing the code for switch. So switch will be looking like this. Okay, let it be. I have not the syntax. Switch, then user number, then here we'll be having cases. Case 1. If it is a case 1, I wanted to display this message. Then break. It will come out of this part. Suppose if you have a case 2, case 3, you have entered a 2, you have entered a 3. Like this it will be there. And after that, like how you have seen else part, we'll be having same thing in a switch also. That's called default. In default, you can get this again, this message. Finally break for all these things. Now I wanted to put console.read key to see the output. Otherwise you cannot see the output. It will immediately get closed. Now I'll show you the same thing with switch. What is the useful with switch case? Enter a number. I am entering a number 9 and cursor will be waiting here. See here, 9 is entered here. What will happen? Instead of checking each and everything here, it is directly coming here. So the performance will be good when compared to the if-else statement. Please use switch case statements if there are multiple if-else statements. See here, we are having 3 if conditions. It was checking each condition before coming here else part. But what's happening here? It is not at all checking here. It is deciding here only where to go. So by this we will be saving our time. So to increase your application performance, please use switch case over the multiple if-else statements. Understand? So let me execute one more time. The other part. This is the if-else statements, right? I wanted to show you one more time. If-else statement. Disadvantages. See this. We'll be asking to enter some number. I have entered a number and cursor is waiting here. So it is checking this. Again it is checking this. So if you have hundreds of if conditions like this, it will keep on checking till it reaches the correct statement. Now it is reaches the correct statement because it is nowhere it is equal to all of these if statements. So it is taking too much time to verify all the if conditions. Then it is giving the output. But it is not the same with switch case. Let me show you again and we'll end this session. Switch is more useful than if-else statements. Oh, oops, I have not kept breakpoint. Let me keep breakpoint. Now it will be asking a number. I just enter a number. Now see, if you have got 65 from the user. Now instead of checking each case, it will come the direct case. See here, default case it is. Now it will come out. Not only the default, suppose if you have entered number 3, suppose I have entered number 3 this time. Now see, it won't check these two. It will come here directly, cursor. See this. This is the advantage over multiple if-else statement. Please use switch case whenever possible. If you are using multiple if-else statements, please avoid using multiple if-else statements. Go ahead with switch case. Thank you for watching. We'll meet again for the next session.